Hello, everybody. Been a minute since I said that, but today we're going to be doing a pretty interesting, exciting video. We are going to be actually opening up some Twilight Masquerade packs. It's a little dark here, but the main top-down camera will be a little bit better. But yeah, we're going to open up some Twilight Masquerade packs, and we got a bunch to open, a little more than a booster box worth, and hopefully we pull some good stuff. So shout out to everybody who's watching this on the Metapod. A little bit of a different video for you today. But without further ado, let me just hop into the opening. We're gonna be here for a minute opening packs. All right, so here you see got a lot of packs here, a little bit brighter in this layout, and let's just jump into it. So I'm very excited about this set. I think there are a lot of really good archetypes that are going to be coming through with this set. Dragapult especially. Those are the cards. Dragapult, Greninja EX are probably the two deck archetypes that I'm most excited about that are completely new. But any of the new ace specs will also be really cool if we can hit some of those. Oh my god, I think I see an ace spec in this pack. That's wild. First pack magic. We got Florges there, and there we go. We got Unfair Stamp in pack number 1. Doesn't feel very unfair, but yeah, that's awesome. I know a lot of people think this might be one of the better ace specs in the set. People are hyping it up quite a lot, so definitely a hit there. We got the Goldeen with the Festival Lead. I think Festival Lead could be a really fun deck if you're looking to build something maybe more on a budget. I think the Applin Diplin is maybe a little bit better, but you know, if you want to play a control version of Festival Lead, that's always an option. Got a Walking Wake there, and then Energy and Code Card. You know what? I'll throw the Code Card up there. I don't know if they're going to work this early, but I'll throw the Code Card up there if you want. If it works. I don't know if it's going to work just yet. But anyways, moving on. I can't believe we got an ace spec in the very first pack. That's crazy. You know what? We'll actually do the code card first. Code card for y'all there. And then get rid of the metal energy. And then here we go. Pack number 2. Tangela. Got a Shinx, Clefairy, Baroom, Revavroom. Okay, interesting. Hey, the new Ogre mask. So Ogerpon, is it Ogerpon? I don't know. The new Ogres, yeah, Ogerpon. The grass type one especially, I'm also looking forward to getting. I think it's a really cool archetype. Okay, I'm just gonna point out, if you listen to the podcast, I completely got Sunflora wrong. I thought it was for each fire energy attached to your Pokemon, but it's only fire attached to your opponent. Yeah, we always get one wrong at the Metapod, but there you go. Got the Iron Leaves, we got Enamorous. Hey, 2 for 2. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, the water type Ogerpon EX there. With the Torrential Pump, you can shuffle all 3 energy back into your deck, and it'll do 120 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon as well. So pretty awesome that we got the mask and one of the Ogerpons all together there in that set, in that pack. So very exciting. Really good first couple of packs there. There we go. There's a code card for y'all. It's been so long since I've done a pack opening video. We have a Varoom. We have Wattrel, Volbeat. Interesting art on that. We got another Festival Lead Goldeen. Okay, Accompanying Flute. Reveal the top 5 of your opponent's decks, choose any number of basic, and put them onto their bench. Really interesting card there for control decks. Okay, also another really cool energy with Greninja EX, I think. Boomerang energy, that's cool, like seeing that. Got Slurpuff, got a very cute Eevee there. And then we got a reversed Florges and the Frostlass, the new damage spread Frostlass there, which is also one of the pre-release promos. So I'll put those to the side though. So as you can see, I'm kind of like pre-sorting my cards too. I keep all of my like relevant trainers and, you know, non-Pokemon playable sort of off to its own side there. There we go. There's the fire energy that time. Got another. We pulled so many Varooms. That seems a little unlikely, but I feel like I've gotten a Varoom in almost every pack, so that's a little strange. Got a new Rhyfort. Okay, look at the top 5. Discard any number, put the cards back. This one came from I think a gym promo. I don't think it's a particularly playable card, but we do get this Palafin. So this Palafin is really interesting, has the ability that it can basically, when it's moved from the active to the bench, turn into Palafin EX, which is a very big Pokemon, does a lot of damage. So I also got how Salvatore works with this wrong. You can't go get ability Pokemon. So another correction from me there. It's not quite as good as I was hoping. Molga, a full art Iron Thorns EX. So turning off all abilities except for future Pokemon Iron Thorn seems like it could be a really interesting addition to a future deck of some sort. Maybe still just a Turbo Iron Hands, but this is a really good early game to slow your opponent down. Do like that though. As we keep going here. Okay, so we've pulled 1 A-Spec and 1 Full Art already. Let's see what else we get. Now I will say these did not come from an individual box, so who knows what our pull rates are actually gonna be. Pull rates may vary, let's just say that. But we got a Goldeen, Sandy Gas, Dreepy, very nice. Hoping we get a few of, maybe 1, but if we can get more, that's better, of the Dragapult. We got Lana's Aid, so put 3 in any combination of Pokemon that don't have a rule box and basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. Great for single Prezzer decks, but also really great in GLC if that's something you play. So keep an eye out for Lana's Aid if you play GLC. Got Watchroll, Hisuian Arcanine, and the regular Teal Mask Ogerpon. I don't know if this one is particularly good. You know, I think the EXs is really what the set was trying to lean into. But, you know, you print baby ones too, I suppose, as you introduce new Pokemon into the TCG. So here we go. We got another code card, another one for y'all. Another energy there. And we're into Litwick, Poochyena, Palisand, and Timber. Clefable. The art on that's kind of cute. Hey, a Tatsugiri. So what I would say to anybody, it's not going to cost a lot of money, but if you want the promo version, that'll be a little bit fancier. But Tatsugiri, if you harken back to Jirachi days, it's a really great pivot Pokemon to find a supporter, hopefully every turn. So just something to keep in mind as you're opening your packs, that Tatsugiri might be a card to hold on to. And we got a full art Ogerpon EX here, sort of a shiny, the shiny version of this one. This is the fighting type one. So this one prevents all damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. So really great, a lot of abilities running around out there, and then has its own shred attack. That's great, that's awesome. Okay, so I already have 2 of the Ogerpons there. Just need the grass one, and then we basically have a deck, right? That's all we really need. Okay, one more. I do like how they rearranged it so you don't need to know whatever the card trick is. It is what it is, which is kind of nice. We got Girafarig there, Froakie. Okay. Is there a Rillaboom? Is there a Greninja in my future? Handheld Fan, another interesting control card. A lot of control support was printed in this set, I feel. And then a Pheasantipity foil. So you won't be able to find the foil one in your pre-release kits. You probably will find some, but if you want to get the foil one, you'll have to open packs. Just something to know there for you wondering, you know, where each version comes from. Net, there's a non-foil version in pre-release kits. Just so you know. Got another code card for y'all there. Oh, always forget the energy. Water energy. And let's go. Spinnerack, Hisuian Growlithe. We got a Poliwag, Apom, Jamming Tower. Interesting new stadium. See how prevalent it is. There we go. There's the Dipplin Festival Lead. This is the card I was talking about. If you want to play Festival Lead as a new archetype, I think this is your lead attacker. Doing 20 for each of your benched Pokemon, so you're doing 100, but you get to use this attack twice. So if you can combine this with any sort of spread or whatever, you can kind of take several knockouts in one turn with this, which is really sneaky. A Reverse Hollow Dragcloak. Really great engine Pokemon there for Dragapult, Girafarig, and another Ogerpon of the water variety. So we got 2 of those. The grass one is the one that I really want to see more of. But, you know, I don't think you'll ever need more than 2 probably of any of the Ogerpons other than the grass. I think the grass one is always kind of your lead attacker. I do think it's the best individual attacker without any sort of situational needs, but we've got Abra here. Abra looking really cute. Very nice. Got Skarmory, Applin, Snorunt, another Tatsugiri. So yeah, you'll definitely be able to get your hands on some of those. Another Rhyfort, Apom, Sandslash, and ooh, Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. So basically Radiant Charizard, but as a colorless Pokemon. Need I say more? Does 240, so actually 10 less than Radiant Zard, but pretty interesting late game attacker, I think. I will say I don't love. I'm just gonna say this now. The way that they had to do the naming with Blood Moon and the full name of this Ogerpon, I personally don't find it to be particularly elegant as a design, you know, aspect. I'm sure that the card game designers were like, ugh, why do we need to write all of this in that box up at the top? So I'm sure there are some designers where I can just be like, yeah, I feel for you. This would not have been your first choice if you had been given that option, but I don't know. I haven't really heard anybody else talking about it with the future and whatever types, so but I think they'll be happy to go away from that in the future. Got a Cook, got a Reverse Swirlix. So this is another one of the Festival Lead Pokemon. This one lets you put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you get to do it twice, potentially. I don't know. It seems a little weak, so 4 damage counters as your main attack. And this Chandelure is really interesting. The ability forcing both you and your opponent to draw a card. If you can stack that ability, that can get really nasty. So I think somewhere like Expanded, where you have access to Duskstone, could be a really interesting card to play around with if you're playing, you know, I don't know, Expanded Mill. I don't know if Expanded Mill is a thing. It may not be. Game might be too fast for that in Expanded. There we go. Now we got a layer on there. Chimchar and Pinsir. Fion, Dipplin, okay, different Dipplin. Chiyu, Lucky Helmet, so a reprint of Lucky Helmet, so whenever it gets damaged, you draw 2, that's cool. Iron Leaves, Jinx, and then an Okie Dokie, very nice. Very cool, new one of those lucky Pokemon. I believe that's what they're called. I haven't really played the game, so I don't know for sure. You know, if that's their official like wording is like the lucky Pokemon, but I think that's the lucky dogs, maybe? That was, I don't know. I don't think they're dogs though. Pheasantipiti's a bird. So definitely not dogs. Okay. Another interesting reason to play that Festival Lead deck is Thwackey. So Thwackey's ability lets you search your deck for any card if you have a Pokemon with the Festival Lead ability in the active spot. So basically Pidgeot EX for single prize Festival Lead decks, which is really powerful. Okay, Carmine, love this card. Use it during your first turn, even if you go first. Discard, draw 5. I think this is I think this card will see a lot of play, but it looks like we got something very pink. A Hyper Aroma. Very nice ace spec there. Very good card. If you want to play a evolution heavy deck, I think Dragapult probably likes this card a lot. I can imagine Gardevoir would want this card, so very cool there, getting the Hyper Aroma. and then Enamorous. Okay, so 2 A specs already, and you can see how large our stack still is. Who knows? Like I said, this is not an individual booster box that these packs are coming from. So, you know, I have no idea what to expect in terms of the hit rate. I think it is much more random, for better and worse, let's say. So we got a Milotic there, really interesting little tech card, stopping Professor Turo. Perrin, another Diplin, Iron Leaves, Ninetales, and then this new Heatran. I know Jake just loves this art, so I'll give you a close-up there of the art with the foiling. That art is pretty amazing. Unfortunately, the Pokemon I don't think is very good. I guess it can do 200 or 150 or more, I suppose, if you load it up with a ton of metal energy. But I don't know. Maybe it's a good attacker. Maybe it's a better. Maybe you see that played in Dialga if Dialga keeps seeing play. Because if it can load up a bunch of energy onto that Heatran for the late game, maybe it's worth it. Fire energy there. Hard to say though. I don't know if you want to really focus your energy going onto that Heatran just for the prize trade difference. I think you prefer just trying to get your extra turn. We got an Aggron, we got a Hassel there, Flabebe, and then another Iron Thorn. So a lot of repeats in this one, but yeah, another Iron Thorns. Interesting. Still holding out hope for Dragapult or Greninja. Those are the 2 that I'm looking for. I will say I can't remember if this set, but it feels like the majority of Pokemon in the set are either future/ancient type or are terrestrialized. Like, I don't know if there's other like how many more Blood Moon Ursaluna like normal EX types there are, where there's like not some additional aspect to them. Got another Cook, Clefable, another Tatsugiri, okay, Apom, Poliwhirl, and another Walking Wake. Okay, cool, interesting. Not much to report there with that pack. Reprint, well, not a reprint. I don't know, is Cook reprinted? I don't think Cook is a reprint, but it's pretty similar to like a lot of other healing cards we've gotten over the last couple of years. All right, we got Slugma, Tadbulb, Applin. Sometimes these Pokemon, this might be the first time I'm ever saying their name out loud. Another accompanying flute, Slurpuff, got Applin, Howlucha, Sinistcha, very nice. I don't know, I like matcha a lot, so, you know. I have a bowl that, I don't think I actually have a bowl that looks similar to that specific bowl, but I actually have several matcha bowls. Maybe if people on the Discord, check out our Discord by the way, maybe if people on the Discord ask, I'll show you a picture of my fancy matcha bowl that I actually had repaired. My cat knocked it off of a counter and I got it repaired in the traditional Japanese style with the gold on it. So it took 6 months or more for that repair job. Because you'd be surprised, not a lot of people in America repair matcha bowls in the traditional Japanese style. Crazy. Another Pheasantipity and another Walking Wake. Okay. So going a little, getting a little dry these last few packs. I feel like, at a pre-release, sometimes kits have the goods and sometimes they have nothing, and we're experiencing a nothing burger window of time right now. So Chansey, Slurpuff, another Perrin. I really want more Carmines if I'm honest. Farfetch'd, Vion, and another Iron Leaves. I feel like I have gotten an inordinate amount of those Iron Leaves already. For being a rare, I think I have like 6 of them, which I'm not exactly sure. I do think that, I will say, I think some of the pull rates for cards have gotten kind of funky because of the double reverse slot, plus I don't know the ratio of holo to like EX level or higher cards that they're printing that need to occupy that last slot. but there's a part of me that thinks there's fewer just regular hollows, maybe, proportionally, than there are to like previous sets. So, oh, there's a new one. It's Kieran. This is going to be a very interesting card. You can either switch, or you can add 30 damage to your active EX, or 30 damage to your Pokemon's attacks against EX and V. So another reverse drag cloak. Okay, this is cool. Hey, there's our first illustration rare, Torkoal. Oh, that's adorable. Just the man there petting his little turtle. Petting his little turtle. I like that. And then a Monkey Dory. Okay, so this Monkey Dory apparently is seeing some play in Gardevoir list, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, just to move some damage around, etc. But I am excited about getting those 2 reverse foil drag cloaks, because the drag cloaks, like I said, they're a big part of that engine. It's similar to Gardevoir, where you rarely want to rare candy into drag cloak. So it's a slower setup deck, but you get value out of your middle evolution. And I do like it when Pokemon does that. Giving value to that middle evolution, I think, makes games more interesting. It makes deck building more interesting, as opposed to just feeling like, oh, kind of a nothing burger there. As opposed to just feeling like you have to get through the evolution line and you have to play rare candy because there's no value. At least with the track look, like you get draw, right? So I know that they can't do that for every single evolution line. That's what makes some evolution lines interesting and special, but I do enjoy it when they do that. Give me a reason to play your Stage 2's Pokemon. Another Sunflora, Sandshrew, and we got something. Hey, nice. We got Screamtail EX there. Very interesting card. I think it could see its way into specific Gardevoir decks, maybe. Especially if you are playing, whatchamacallit, Professor Turo in the deck still, or a Penny, something like that. Because you can really slow them down on the opening turns with that Screamtail. First attack, you can only use this if you go second and only during your first turn. And it says your opponent can't play any supporters from their hand during their next turn. So really slowing them down. So they basically take 2 turns with no supporter, which can be really brutal if your opponent needs that supporter to help them set up, like, I don't know, Charizard, or some other cards, right? Like, I don't think Dialga V-Star has a lot of draw power. So if you're like, no research or any of that stuff for a couple of turns, then you might actually stand a chance in those types of matchups. Hard to take 2 turns when you can't see any cards. There's another code card for y'all. Got another energy over there. Oh, this is a cute little ducklet. I like that. That's a cute art. Emolga, Hisuian Growlithe, Monferno, Morpeko, Conkeldurr, Diplin. Illuma is Darumaka, and we got something. Do we have something? I think we got something. It's kind of sticking to it. Hey, and this is the Palafin I was talking about. You can only put this onto the field with the other Palafin's ability, but it's 340 HP. That is enormous. And it does 250 damage. Now it says you can't, this Pokemon can't attack. You just switch your way out of that. It's fine. But I think that is also, hold on. Am I just now saying this? That is a angry dolphin punching. I don't know why it didn't register. Sometimes like the art just washes over my eyes, but that's very cool. I really want to build a Palafin deck because 250 is crazy. You play that with that Kieran card that we showed earlier, then you can boost it up to 280. Maybe you throw Maximum Belt in a deck like this, and all of a sudden you're sitting at 330, which knocks out basically everything. And at 340 HP, you are an enormous Pokemon. Oh, dang. I revealed the back there, but maybe there's something, who knows? Actually, I see pink, so there's another A-Spec in here. I'm getting like the pink bleeding through. Lucky Helmet, Mariana, Iron Bundle, and Legacy Energy. Very nice. So this one, it provides colorless rainbow energy, which it always does. But when the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out, that player takes one fewer prize card. So the first time that happens, your opponent will take one fewer prize card. If for whatever reason you recycle it back in, you can't get the effect again. It's a once per game. But that's still pretty good for, I would especially say, if you want to play with a primarily 2-prize deck, being able to, or an entirely 2-prize deck like Future Box or Miraidon, right? Decks like that. I think Legacy Energy is a very interesting card. I don't know if it would be the A spec of choice in those decks, but it certainly fixes a lot of prize mapping problems that you might have. So Flabebe and Timber, and Aaron, Clefable, another Cook, another Palafin though. Okay, I like to see that. Grookey, Aggron, and Enamorus. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we got? I mean, 3 A specs is pretty good. I don't know if this set is going to have an A spec quite as sought after as Prime Catcher, but I do wonder if Prime Catcher's price will come down now that people have more options for A specs that maybe work better or worse in different decks. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like, oh, I got something. Hey, another Scream Tail. I don't think you ever need more than one of these in a deck, but you know, I have one to trade now. That's something, right? That's I got one. Somebody can get that one from me. Maybe they'll have another Palafin and we can be friends. I don't know. Another code card for y'all. Another energy. I got Spinarak, Sandshrew, Darumaka, Apom, another Tatsugiri, Diplin, Jamming Tower, okay. More Pico, Darumaka again, and a Hisuian Arcanine. Nice. I mean, doing 120 for no energy is not terrible. It definitely is. The problem is it's on a stage 1. Zoro box is rotated. And so, unfortunately, your opponent will see it coming 1,000 miles away. Maybe they won't care, you know, but it's kind of interesting. Giving you a revenge attack and saying because it's on a stage 1, we'll give you that attack for free, which I do find like an interesting design choice from Pokemon. Hey, and another Monkey Dory there. Okay, making our way through the second half of this stack here. Good pace. Another code card for y'all. Get rid of that energy. Got an Aron, Sandshrew, sticking, Chansey, Tangela, Darmanitan, another Carmine, love to see it. Swanna, Applin, another Palafin, very nice, and Tinglu. Okay, very nice. So I have 3 Palafin. Not a lot of Palafin EX yet, but this is definitely a deck though where I think you might even play the full 4 Palafin. I don't know, you just don't want too many of them to be prized if you do the whole evolution thing. But yeah, you might play the 4 Palafin in that deck and then 4 Palafin EX. I wonder what you pair it with. It's only 1 energy to attack, so it doesn't really require much of you, so I don't know. I don't know. One water energy. I don't know. There's a part of my brain that it's like maybe it's really good in, you know, in I was gonna say Greninja EX, but I just think that you need to commit a lot of resources to the Palafin EX in general, so probably not. I don't know. If you have suggestions for like a Pokemon that you would pair Palafin with to build a proper deck. But there we go. The grass type Teal Mask Ogerpon. So the reason this one is so good, once during your turn you can attach a basic grass from your hand to this Pokemon. If you attach any energy this way, draw a card. So you get to attach an energy and draw a card. And you can do that with several Ogerpon if you want that are in play. and energy switches will allow you to move those energy. So pairing that with the colorless costs on both the Wellspring Mask and the, what is that? Cornerstone Mask, makes for a wonderful combination if you use the item that allows you to just switch them out at a different point during the game. So very excited to see one of the teal mask in this set of packs. Diplin Community Center, Sunflora, Darumaka, and another Okie Dokie. Okay, we got a few packs left. Not a ton, but a few. Now the question is, once I'm done with this, we can sort of start to assess whether or not we think that packs not in a box, are they more or less juiced than other packs, so to speak? Okay, we got Rev of Room, Florges, Festival Grounds. So Festival Grounds is the other piece of the puzzle you need to have in play for the festival lead attackers. And then another Zapdos, 2 Zapdos in that pack. I don't think I'd seen one yet. That's interesting. The Zapdos is an interesting card. The ability to potentially paralyze your opponent is interesting, but the fact that the attack doesn't do any damage, I think, really limits it. Like before you had the Articuno, there was a baby Articuno that could do paralysis, or maybe it was guaranteed, I can't remember. But it also did not a ton of damage, but some. So you could sort of string them together to get something. So Caretaker, another lackluster supporter, in my opinion. Poltergeist, Leafeon, Rev of Room. Let's see what we get in this pack. Goldeen, and another Pheasantipity. Between Iron Leaves, Pheasantipity, Okie Dokie, and Monkey Dory, I think I've had my fill of the regular rares in this set now. All right, Clefairy, got Baroom, Volbeat. Okay, another Hassel. Alakazam, okay. Now I didn't actually read this card when we did the set review, but move any number of damage counter from your opponent's Pokemon to their other Pokemon in any way you like. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So if you have a way of sort of trapping your opponent and doing damage over time, then the Alakazam can potentially come in and, you know, if something is really trapped in the active, and you can place damage counters, maybe with that Frostlass that we were looking at earlier. I don't know, that could be an interesting payoff. I don't know how likely that scenario is, but that's kind of what I would imagine that is for, if I had to guess. Hey, got a full art supporter though, Caretaker. Probably not the full art supporter I was hoping for, but you know, we'll take it. We'll take it. Interestingly, very few illustration rares in this set of packs. I wonder if the illustration rare, does it take up the same slot as the Ace spec? I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe not, maybe not. But it is interesting to see that I only got the 1 illustration rare thus far, which seems low for the number of packs that we have opened. Does seem on the lower end of things. Spinarak, another Lairon, and an Enamorus. Okay, just 3 packs left. I wonder if these are going to be as good as the first 2 or 3 packs that we opened. I still can't believe, like, pack number 1, talking about, oh, I would love to see the new Ace specs. Pack number 1, unfair stamp. All right, fair enough. We got it. Good way to start. Best part of waking up, right? I got another Diplin, another Jamming Tower. Nice. Shinx, Torkoal, and... Hey, there we go. And this is one of the most interesting new decks out of the set. Greninja EX. This is a Terra-type Pokemon. 310 HP Fighting-type Greninja, which is interesting, but uses water energy. 170 for 1 water, and you get to search your deck for any card. And then, for 3 energy, You get to do discard 2 energy and do 120 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So really good with that boomerang energy that I was showcasing earlier. Yeah, in general, I think Greninja, it has the potential to be built as a really good deck for the right kind of player. I think if you played Rapid Strike Urshifu, I think Greninja EX is a deck that you should definitely like look into. If you enjoyed how Rapid Strike Urshifu played, you'll probably enjoy Greninja. I don't know how much success it has seen in Japan thus far. I think it's a good deck regardless, but I think it's certainly a deck because it's a stage 2 that you're relying on. Oh, interesting. So this Lucian is basically, you know, sort of Marnie, but with a coin flip. Leafeon, Tangrowth, and, oh, this got 2 more. Floette, and then another Teal Mask. Okay. Last pack here. Do we get the Dragapult in the last pack? I would say leave your comments, but it's a little late in the video for that, probably. But fingers crossed, at least. Fingers crossed. All right, we got Jinx, got Floette, got Sunkern, Abra, Sandslash, Iron Bundle, another Lucian, nice. And then another Rhyhorn, Aeron, and, oh, just a Pheasantipity. Okay, well, no last pack magic on that one, but overall, let's see here. How many packs have we? We've 40 packs, and I would say total number of hits is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 16? 16 hits out of 40 packs. It's pretty decent. I would say if you look for a hit out of 1 out of every 3, then we are a little above par on that. So I would say in general, we had a very strong start and a really slow sort of finish to those packs. I mean, it's all random, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it though. Like a full art supporter and a couple of other full art cards, three ace specs choice. So, but yeah, that is gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching this sort of early opening of Twilight Masquerade. Let us know what you get. Join the Discord. Link will be in the description. And we'll see you on the podcast next week.